Hi, I'm Chucky, and I realized just how much it ain't the same, man. I'm talking about the intro screen. Now, as I've said multiple times, I can't, not compare this game to the original. And as I've said multiple times, and I'll keep saying, this game is just, I love it even for simply existing. I keep forgetting I need to turn down the volume. There we go. But yeah, it just it seems to just kind of lack the same oomph if it doesn't, use the whole, well, that whole like do 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 do. Oh shit. I know I'm getting sloppy with the what's it, but come on, you can't expect me to go through all this. By the way, I should mention that I'm going back here to see those locked bits, because I don't remember about them. Anyway, but yeah, what do I want to talk about? Well, yeah, I have in the description, I guess. Do people usually read the description? Okay, I was wrong. Well, shit. So yeah, I'll keep comparing it to the original, but like I said, for no moment, don't make no mistake. I'm extremely happy for over this game's just existence. All right, I wonder why the sword cost like 400. Anyhow, so one thing that one of the things that kind of got me to stream today was the fact that apparently there's some bullshit going on with the lovely chaps, sarcastic, over at Naju, like their actual talent, and specifically it's coming out that one of their talents, whose name I forgot, it's a purple-haired, I think. It looks like false ID. I don't think it is false ID though. Anyhow, so that dude made some derogatory comments about white people, which, you know what, here's the thing, right? As a white European, God, do I ever love pulling that card. Honestly, I don't really care if someone makes, quote-unquote jokes at our expense. It's not some bullshit, self-hating, oh, we're so privileged. It's just that, I don't care, they're just jokes. And as many of you are expecting, if you've been watching me for long enough, there is a big stinking but incoming. But there is a point past which I'm like, I think this is genuine racism. Yeah, you can't be racist. Shut the fuck up. You're racist if you hate any specific race for any reason that is just that is connected to, them just being that race. And wait, what? Oh, right, I literally forgot there was this guy. Anyway, as I was saying, this guy just seems to have just repeated moments where he made derogatory comments towards just pretty much like the liberal boogeyman, I want to call it, and this, God, I know it's kind of galling that I keep talking and going on about how stupid the culture wars are and how stupid you have to be to engage in them, but I also, I'm basically getting in on that shit, but the difference is I'm not fighting for a side, I'm fighting against the stupidity on both sides. God, that sounded pretentious, but I can be asked to find a better way to put it. Because in the end, the problem is just, well, people don't seem to be seeing other people, and this is a primo example, you know? Hell, I saw an interaction today online where someone made a comment on, like, you know, a D&D, like, what was it like? Basically someone was talking about how, you know, like, being a DM, especially if you have only the raw to guide rather than, you know, experience. Hold on. Don't get frozen. Yeah, that. Don't tell me we're actually gonna get like some sort of freezing thing. That'd be neat. Anyhow, where was I going with that? Oh yeah. The point is, I find needless antagonism to be like one of the biggest kind of, well, here's the thing, right, in my opinion, this whole bullshit culture war is perpetuated by grifters because they have something to benefit of it, and in that I very much include politicians as well, because I mean, come on, they have a literal vested interest in keeping people, you know, as opposed to the opposition as possible. Anyhow, so, oh goody, it's these things. Wait, where did I see them? I think they were in the final stages of the previous level. Anyhow. That's a penis. Actually, the puzzles in here are pretty rough, like in this version. They're way better for, like, you know, actually needing to find out the thing you need to figure out. That was a sentence I just said. Thank you. I have no idea what those things do. Maybe there's like multiple endings. And there's one. That wouldn't make much sense. Either way. So. It's not like, you know, you can't have disagreements or shit with how someone believes, you know, fundamentally. The difference between the conservatives and the liberals is that liberals care more about progress, whereas conservatives care more about the tradition. Which, here's the thing, on their own, neither is good or bad. Personally, I guess by the most basic definition, I kind of tend towards liberalism, because I do believe that progress is only ever bad when it's like, I guess, out of control. But as long as, you know, you're being basically not, you know, you're being moderate about anything, either way it can go well, you know. Whether you're, because here's the thing, right, to my mind, like, we have so many fucking stories about how progress isn't good or how change isn't good. Hell, arguably, you know, the current political changes over in the US aren't, quote-unquote, good, in as much as there's still, you know, a group that is going to end up oppressed, which is, well, you know, the liberal boogeyman, cis-het white male. Like, that shit's gonna happen. The pendulum's swinging hard and it's got momentum, and, you know, there's too few voices calling for moderation, because, again, everything in moderation, like, you think that once, you know, there's an oppressed group, you think that, like, hell, you wouldn't have thought that, you know, like, black people, LGBTQ people, and women would have had, back then, you wouldn't have thought that, you know, oh, they're gonna get, like, theirs back one day. But you know, here we are in many places. These people in many spaces, these people have way more power than, you know, the quote-unquote patriarchal cis-het white male. And honestly, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's bad to not acknowledge it, to act like you're still the underdog in even hell, fucking like online LGBT. Oh. I read almost none of that. I was just looking for the point where he said like the corridor, because not gonna lie, I'm here to shoot things up and blow space holes. Anyhow, where was I going? Are these pointing to the? Yeah, they're pointing to the. Pointing to something, actually. I can't really tell. Maybe the solution place? Cause, let's go find out. As I was saying, and yet, you know, there's many places where you find, you know, like, very LGBT friendly places, and yet you are treated as if you're still like quote unquote the one in power, the one who would be dangerous to people there. And again, I mean, just for being, you know, non-LGBT and not considering yourself an ally either. By the way, I find it weird that like LGBT obviously Q as a queer to, like, you know, include all the, you know, potentially quote-unquote other identities. I mean, not my place to talk on it, but fine. But then we go including the intersex people, which I would think that would be included as part of the Q, right? And then, you know, we have allies, and then we also have the plus. Like, the plus isn't there because at this point, you know, this is one of my gripes. At this point, I think that queer is just treated as another, like, singular identity, rather than, you know, the all-encompassing, you know, what? That thing's ugly. Is that it? Is that all this thing does? Just comes at me, bro. Holy shit, this deals a lot of damage still, bro. Honestly, its looks deal me more damage because it's so fucking ugly. Anyhow, you like it? No, it's more likely to spawn on me, or it comes with health, and it also takes a lot of damage. Wait, let's see if I can grab the sword. Let's see how well that that deals quite a bit. It makes sense though. Nope, never fucking mind. Anyhow. The point is, you know, like, I don't think that it's a problem that there's spaces that, you know, where socially speaking one group of people is favored over another, as long as they're not being dicks about it to the other groups, you know. The problem is that, well, when that fact is not treated as the reality that it is. Jesus Christ, this thing is getting annoying. Either way, fucking... And of course I don't even need to talk about the, like... I don't even know how to call them. But those kinds of right-wingers that are like, you know, well, still waging the fucking culture war and going on, like, we are now, like, strangers in our own country, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. If you ask me, right now the US is about as balanced as it's ever going to be with, especially with the type of culture y'all got over there. And it's only gonna get worse as long as you're trying to push for one side's rights, regardless of which side that is. You know, this is one of the points where you just need to talk about, you know, either like essentially integration, you know, like clearing the air, I guess, so that, you know, it's not the LGBT and non-LGBT. Yeah, how weird that we're, I guess, using phrasing that, to me this sounds, you know, saying it out loud sounds like the whole, like, you know, the gay people and the normals. Like, it sounds like that, except from the other way around, which is stuffed. But anyways, as I was saying, so it's very much a, you know, stop fucking antagonizing each other, you goddamn assholes. And this doesn't mean to just, you know, go along with bullshit on either side. It doesn't mean you need to accept racists. It doesn't mean you need to accept the... Jesus Christ, this thing is surprisingly annoying to deal with. Yeah, get fucked. Top strategy, not gonna lie. I should have winged earlier. Oh, this is... What the fuck is going on? God damn it. To fly too close to the sun and something. Nah, that's just complacency. What did that one guy with the cool voice say? Remind yourself that overconfidence is no and insidious killer. Anyhow, as I was saying, so I do very much believe that, you know, there's this kind of artificial, like, need, or artificial perspective, I guess, that people have, where just, like, division needs to exist, which is just not true. You know, you can, someone can be a conservative, and you can be a liberal, and, you know, you'll get along with them. It really just depends on whether you... It really just depends on whether you are, like, you know, conditioned or intend to just, like, fundamentally hate them as if something they're doing is going to hurt you, or not. In the same... Like, fucking hell! Do you hear the shit some... Oh god, I'm running about politics when I went, like, on a way that this is not even a tangent, like, the original is a tangent, the original starting point is a tangent of this, but I'm just gonna get this over with quickly. So, do you hear, like, the shit that some conservatives go with, like, how far they are, like, here's the thing, right? It's equally as bad when people act like hell. Like I said, I'm violently anti-religious because I do very much believe that religion is irrational and is essentially a grift, right? But even so, I am willing to be fully believe that I missed. Wait, did that deal? Yeah, that deals some damage. Oh shit! What if I use that? This thing is fucking useless, holy shit. Anyhow, as I was saying, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh shit. I'm locking in, boys. I'm not locked in, boys. I hate this thing. I genuinely do. But it is kind of interesting and a bit of a feat that this game manages to make such a basic ass boss into such a stressful fight. I didn't expect. I was like, oh, maybe it should do a lot of damage when it hits you, and now I'm like, you know what? I should have shut the fuck up. Ah! Shit. I I'm missing the dodge roll from every other game nowadays. But yeah, anyhow. And, you know, like, part of my problem is that I see so much push, especially with rhetoric, to just keep things as the status quo, even if shit is improving or even changing. So, what's my point, I guess? Just the same thing as always, you know. See the person, not their tribe. Because in the end, like, the objective is that we are all, you know, one group, so why not try to do that? Oh, right. Because apparently, well, no, actually, you know that a lot of people who think this way, or, you know, who sell this shit, there's a lot of people who, like, they don't just want, you know, to be one tribe. They don't just want the good of their own tribe. They specifically want the good for themselves, which can only happen by conquering the other tribe. There we go. But again, like I've said, we are just one, you know, species. Like, yeah, there's differences among us, but we're still all humans at the end of the fucking day. So why would we allow, you know, some rich fucks who are only doing this for their own self-interest? Convince us that, or hell. And I'm not just talking about politicians, mind you. I'm talking about assholes like, for example, Sam Biker. I literally forgot his second name. But y'all know him. Like, do you think that guy believes in anything? You really believe that? And of course I'm picking on the left side because that's the side that I see the most, because those are the spaces I spend the most time in, because I just, you know, like I said, even beyond the, like, cool, gun. Even beyond the, like, difference in perspective that I have, which, you know, like I said, I do believe more so in progress than tradition. Because to my mind, tradition, as long as it doesn't serve a purpose, is irrational and worthless and helps nobody, and I need an reason. Oh cool, please be a witness. Meanwhile, you know, there is also the whole aspect of religion, which kind of encompasses all that I don't believe in when it comes to tradition, because, like I've said, a lot of religion... I'm fucking tired about whining about it. Go listen to somebody else do it. I've explained myself more than enough times. And yes, I haven't done it point by point because I'm doing it off the fucking cuff. Oh, I forgot that I didn't get the thing I needed. I don't know how I need to open it. You know, it's gonna be mighty funny if I actually did see it in that place early on. I just wasn't paying attention and I'm being fucked over by that right now. Is this going to be a bonus corridor? Yes. The point I'm getting at is, I very much don't believe in, and I consider it to be, you know, well, evil at worst and selfish at best, to use like, you know, to pit people against other, or to use one group as a punching bag, no matter who that. Oh Jesus Christ! This thing is. Oh God! This thing's tiny. Jeez. Oh jeez, Louise. Ah. Ain't no way! Ain't no way! Ain't no way this is useful. Oh, of course it's not. It deals shit damage. So, you know, repeatedly using one group, which in this case, I'm talking about, you know, it happened to be white people, but it doesn't matter, you know, and I obviously shouldn't need to say this. But, you know, that's kind of what equality implies. So using them as a punching bag so frequently and repeatedly, like that's extremely suspicious, not gonna lie. And here's the thing, like I've said this before, and I for 1 second don't believe that there isn't someone on, say, the English branch. Well, admittedly there's one that it might be the case, but there aren't people on the English branch of Hololive who might be, if, you know, left to their own devices, quote unquote, willing to say this. But the difference is Hololive actually has managers who are going to be, you know, like on that character, on that, I'm gonna just say character for the sake of brevity, but I do mean that creator's ass if they do this, because fucking duh, you are antagonizing, you know, part of a community that you are trying to appeal to, and based on, you know, something as shallow as just their skin color. I mean, hell, I've had, like I've said before, I was upset, even though I know he means, you know, white Americans. But it doesn't fucking matter, because I know for certain that I'm basically lumped in the same category as them, because there's, like, to a lot of these people, there's just the US, the yikes, Europe, and Europe is basically just England, right? Not the United Kingdom, just England. Which, you know, do I really need to explain why that's fucking stupid and hypocritical to boot? I won't. But, yeah. What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna say that this is like something unique to this case. But I am going to say that in Hololive, I fully believe that, you know, you would have management step in and go, yeah, we aren't going to talk about this. Because, you know, you clearly aren't doing a good job at it, and you are going to... Jesus fuck! How much health does this fucking thing have? Is this the key? Is this the fucking solution? Holy shit. Star Wars was right. Holy shit, yeah, GG's. What? What the fuck did it do? That... Wait, it... Yo, what? You can stagger it. Wow. That's impressive. I mean, it is basic design, but still for this game and shit, again, it doesn't. It feels pretty natural. That's pretty neat. Well, I mean the wolf's design, not the best, but still. What you got from me? Cool. Probably I'm gonna get the speed because I really don't like the fire shield. But you know, Niju Sanji lacks it. So I've said this as well, where like this kind of hacktivism, or is wait no hacktivism is like actual hack, slacktivism, is to me emblematic of a group that just like, well, grifting basically. Essentially, it's just a different like corporation. What the fuck was that? I want to say corporate and, you know, corporation. That is trying to basically draw in a kind of fanatical cult-like fandom. Why is this the first one I created? Anyhow. And you know, that's how you do it, because the only way you can, I mean, not the only way, but they are, in doing this, they are appealing to leftist radicals, which, you know, well, here's the thing, I'm getting very tinfoil-hatted again, but it is kind of true that, you know, nowadays, being a leftist radical with the whole tendency of society leaning more leftwards, which has admittedly given a lot of benefits, but well, wait, okay, I'm pretty confident in saying that I just needed a weapon to be fully upgraded, because otherwise I'm shit out of ideas. Or I need to have all the weapons. That could be another one. That would be actually, that would be interesting. This is actually cool. I'm liking this. Anyhow. Obviously, because of the topic at play, the conversation will always drift into the fucking culture wars, fucking like, you know, lefty commie bullshit, outrage farming, which is just, I'm so fucking tired, man, if I'm being honest. I just... to say tiresome, hateful. We are not thriving. Let's do this corridor. Oh no. That is very much, well, I guess visibility is a mechanic on this level. I think it's intentional. One of the things I very much don't like are, you know, mechanics like darkness and shit, because they're so frequently not used in a way that's fun. Or fun, I should say. Wait, can I... No, of course it doesn't serve a purpose. Why would I think the fucking... Oh god, not these things. Why would I expect the fire shield to be of any use? That's fucking stupid talk. Anyhow. So yeah, people are just kind of in a tizzy right now over this shit, and as per usual, you know, to probably precisely nobody's surprised, I find it to be a waste of time and energy. Wait, these things look like blank beers. Didn't notice this for the first time around. Anyhow, these things are so sticky. They won't get off my ass. So yeah, like what I've noticed, it's so yeah, it is miffing and it is annoying because, you know, nobody likes hypocrites. And it is very much hypocrisy, like on a fundamental belief level, when you're all like, you know, like, no hatred, no, and that's, you know, what some people I've seen rightfully point out, you know, like, no hatred or love, spread shit, and then, you know, someone, like, even slightly pushes them on it, and instead of, you know, doing the whole thing that, well, the much maligned religion does teach, and I've seen, you know, to their credit, a lot of Christians practice, which is turning the other fucking cheek. And if I'm being honest, I try to practice that shit myself, but, you know, success may vary, because not everyone, you know, has the character to do it, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't aspire to attempt it. Because here's the thing, right? If you don't give someone a reaction that they want, because, you know, when they do this shit, they're obviously trying to rile you up. And if you refuse to do it, this looks like a character that would fit into the old game. Oh god. I do not feel comfortable with the fact that it's aiming its heart. It looks like I didn't mean for that to be a reference to the meme, like coincidence, I think. Wait, now there's 3 of them. So probably need to switch to basic vtubers. Anyhow, fuck. Fucking Ultraman looking ass. Saying, and I think, you know, that's something that a lot of people rightfully hate, because, well, you know, don't like fake people. Nobody does. If you're saying you do, you're lying, or more probably you are covering someone's ass. And here's the thing, like, here's another thing. You know, hypocrisy is one of those words that just gets thrown around so easily. Shit, I've been called a hypocrite for changing my stance when proven wrong. You know, like, at worst, or I should say at best, the argument I've seen for it is the fact that I changed my tune while drinking water. And I was so concerned. Oh shit, I should be. I was a bit concerned that it would be too dangerous to start drinking water. I was right. Anyhow, like, at best, the best argument I've seen is that, because I do get sometimes heat, because you know, there's actually surprisingly many things that tend to piss me off, but just as much, there's so many things that would, you know, like, kind of annoy other people that I just don't mind. So yeah, I've min-maxed my temperament, bruh, you know, my level. Anyhow, like, that's the best I could, you know, get to. But I've had people just, you know, when I'm when I saw something that made me change my mind, even though I may not have like fully agreed with them, I have, on occasion, been called a hypocrite, and you know, people act like not standing by what you say 100% is what makes you a hypocrite, and that's not true. You know, that's very much not true. Doing the opposite of what, and you know, knowingly and philosophically doing the opposite of what you're preaching is hypocrisy. You know, like for example, preaching love and care, and you know, you are loved and seen and all that shit, and then you know, when someone like slightly gives you some pushback, some like no-name rando on social media, you just like flip the fucking shit and start, well, racially insulting them, I guess. It wasn't like throwing slur and shit, but you know, he was saying racist shit. And again, it has been proven time and time again that this person who wants to quote-unquote spread love and care is very much, you know, hates white people. Just hates them. Like, and here's the thing, right? You know, that feels like a very good metaphor for just the fact that I should probably God, it's been like half an hour that I've been whinging about this one fucking tweet. In my defense, you know, I keep using this because it's genuinely true. I tend to stream when I'm kind of like lower on energy. You know what? Fuck it, I'm going to the other side of the map. You can't say anything to convince me. I shouldn't. Ah, shit, I should. God fucking damn it. I need to go the way around. Okay, that might be a persuasive argument. Wait, isn't there? Yeah, there is. I'm fucking dumb. Either way, come on, right. I think everyone's tired hearing me whinge about this shit, because in the end, you know, admittedly, nobody needs more proof to see that these people, I'm talking about the Ninja Sound Livers, they aren't. I need every last upgrade. That's, I mean, it's a cool way to think about it. I don't have to like it. Or I find it inconvenient, I guess. Whoa, man, I'm really not feeling this. Holy shit. Kind of feels like for this one the devil's running short on ideas. Okay. I'm gonna go beat the Sentai, the Ice Sentai, and just go to sleep. Now, you know, part of the reason why I might be this worked out today specifically is that, and that's the second part of the description. Yeah, almost at the end of the stream. It might be the fact that I straight have eaten like ass. And not in a potentially, you know, like, hey, at least it helps way. Like, so I didn't eat anything barring some oat biscuits in the morning. I can't kill these. I should probably... Anyhow, and then I forgot to eat after walking the dog. I wanted to have an actual breakfast. And then I had an eggplant salad, open-faced sandwich with some bread, like eggplant salad lathered on it. And then I did the same with peanut butter and Nutella, which I don't normally do. Like, this is very much outside of like, which is why I'm so fucking, like, I'm genuinely, like, I've slept well, I'm rested, but I was kind of lethargic today because of the weather. But outside of that, like, I should not be this low energy, and yet I am. I'm eating like shit. And then I just went like, you know, Grandpa brought some pie over, so I had one of those with cheese and onion, and that's that. I've prepared some chicken thighs that I left them with some spices, like spice mix. I don't even remember what I put in. I know I put paprika. I know I put I don't know what's it. Salt. I know they have MSG. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, with that, you know, I salt and pepper, obviously. And then I put in some, like, I let it brine in some pickled red onion brine. So now I'm just kind of like waiting it out, I guess letting it tenderize properly as can be. And once that's done, I'm gonna be chopping it in the oven with some carrots and some potatoes and some onions and yeah. And that's going to be like my proper meal for the day. Normally, you know, my like meals look like this. So in the morning I eat something that contains bread, eggs, and maybe some like either vegetables or some cheese. I have on occasion just taken like eggs, done them, like I don't even know what you call them, but I just crack them in the pan and then broke the yolks and then let those yolks cook as well, maybe flipping the things, and then that would be that. You know, some salt and pepper, and I mean that's a functional meal. You know, when you're just like, you need to eat something but you're too lazy. And it's not bad, you know, with macros, depending on what you use. There's your source of... Come on, linky sandwich. Yeah, I'm good. To the guy fellow. Either way, so... yeah, oh yeah, right. So depending on what you use as your source of carbs, or even hell, the kind of bread. Yeah, that looks good enough. Let's go grab the teleporter. Back home. I wonder if it refers to that too. Save. Let's take a look, because it feels kind of more apt that it would be like that instead of, you know. Come on, please. A big chip. Fucking well, let's see. Does it work? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, and then for breakfast, shit. Y'all can hear how bad this is. I'm fucking XQC right now. Same fucking brain power on this like, chat, this is crazy, chat is very crazy. Okay, chat. No, but for real. See, my brain just ain't working. Oh yeah, so for breakfast, I usually eat some form of... Basically, my breakfast, quote-unquote, traditionally, is grilled chicken breast with some form of bread, whether it's pasta, couscous, or some form of, like, carbs, or grain, I should say. And then some side vegetable, whether it's something pickled or raw, depends on a lot of things. Up to including how I'm feeling like that day. Because sometimes just don't care, you know. Just slap a piece of bread, a bit of chicken, and then vegetables. And then for dinner, even if I do eat dinner, because sometimes it's just for dinner, if I do eat, it tends to be the same thing I have for breakfast. But most of the time I just drink a protein shake after my workout, and that's my dinner. Now, obviously there's some snacks missing, because they tend to vary like a lot. Some days I feel like fruit, some days I feel like chips. It's not the best habit, but where the fuck am I supposed to go? Okay, I think I'm just gonna go save. And I'm actually gonna go look it up. Oh right, no, I remember what I wanted to do. Because I want to try if I have like maxed out ships. Oh, it's so cool. That feels like it's... I really hate the way chips work. This is from the original as well. Where it's like, here's the thing. The blue ones are basically useless. With that fucking... Where the fuck is Spider? Anyhow. body is currently this low on energy because there's so many carbs. I'm assuming I don't fucking know. No, funny thing is, the way I am right now is basically no different than how I feel like if I were drunk. Because I'd be really alone. There we go. Everything we need. Let me just go and save it. Well, that looks like that, fellas. I don't even have energy for outro pageant. So just see y'all next time. Probably on Sunday, if I'm being honest.